Hi, everybody. So I'm going to explain how to do a lab check. And I made a list of steps and there's 14. Okay, so that's a lot. And remember, you can pause the video. So, and your group leaders know how to do this. So you can get input from them. And so and this tape will be for reference on the T21. So if you forget at a future time, but this is something I'm going to do periodically, quite a bit actually. And so we're going to walk through that process. So I'm going to present my screen now, so you don't have to look at me. And we're going to pretend that we are doing lab number 1 or 2, the first one that you're responsible for setting something in. So I'm going to go through those steps. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the textbook and look at all the labs, and we're gonna do this one, 002. And and the thing that we're supposed to do is always shown inside the textbook. So that's what the lab output is. So this, when you're done with the lab, you should have this, whatever's here should happen. So I'm going to look at it. So this is playing the happy birthday song to somebody in the class. So yeah, that's the output when I'm done. And in order to do this, and now I'm making a decision, okay, I need a certain base code. And remember that base code is something that has everything in it so that you can write a program. But there's different types depending on what kind of program you're writing. That one is simply putting something out to that black window, which is called a command window. And so for that, I only need the base code that's in 000. And that's this guy right here. So I'm going to copy this, and don't drag it, copy it. So I left click, and then I'm going to say copy. And then I'm going to go find my workbook, and I'm going to paste the base code that I just copied from 000 intro from T21. Okay, so this is where I'm going to do my work. So now I'm going to go inside here, and I'm going to open up Starter, and I'm going to open it with Notepad++. And so this is my starting code. And so I'm going to do the happy birthday song, and I'm going to be a little bit lazy here because I want you to see how to do it in case you haven't done it yet. So I'm just going to say happy B-Day, and I'll wish someone a birthday. I know because I know Charlotte's birthday is somewhere around now. Hope I didn't spell it wrong. Okay. So yeah, that's my, and there's supposed to be more, but that's your problem. Okay, so then I'm going to save that, and I can just say Control S to do that. And then I'm going to go back, and I'm going to compile, and I compiled, yay. And now I'm going to run, and there's my output. Okay, so the goal here is to, on a lab check, is I want to see that you finish the latest lab that you finished, the biggest number, continuously. You can't skip them. So I need to see two things. I need to see this is called source code, the part where you write what you want your output to be. And then the output is what's in the black window. And I need to see both of those. And that's what I'm checking on. So before we do that though, make sure that the font is big. And I'm going to show you how to make that big. If you're in Notepad++, if you click on this green plus sign, that makes the font get bigger, which makes it so people like I can see it. People that are getting old, they can't see very well. Now, the command window, the black one, that one's a little bit more challenging. For that one, if you want to make the font bigger, you go to Properties. And then in here, you can adjust the size of the font. I'm going to make it 72, which is going to be even bigger. And if you see that, it just blasts you. Okay, but also it's easy for me to read because I'm going to see this in a picture. Okay, so this is what I want to see. Now, how do I get this? I'm going to print my screen. So I've got a Word. This is Windows. All right. So Macs, you have some other way to print your screen, and find a Mac buddy if you haven't already. So for Windows, you're going to press the key that has the little Windows sign on it on the left next to the control at the same time as you print screen, which is right up next to like F12, just to the right. So if you press both of those at the same time, then that takes a picture of your screen. And now I want to see that picture. Now the way I do it, there's a lot of ways to do it, is I open up Microsoft Paint. So I type Paint in my search bar, and this is installed in Microsoft on all the versions. So open up Paint, and then if you hit Control V, it'll paste that thing that I just took a picture of into this image. And then if you want to be a little bit fancier, you can go to Select and select a rectangular region. And I'm going to be really neat here. I'm going to pick my notepad area and my command window, the two things I care about, and I'm going to put a box around that and let go. And then I'm going to hit the word crop. And what that does is that gets rid of all the extra junk, and the only thing I see is the part I care about. So then I'm going to go and I'm going to save it. So I'm going to go to File, Save As, and it's a picture. I'm basically making a picture, and I'm going to save it on my desktop, and I'm going to call it Lab Check 1, and I'm going to click Save. And that's the thing that you're going to submit to me. Okay, incidentally, we're on step 11, so we're doing okay. So now we're going to figure out how to submit it. So I'm going to minimize all this stuff. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And then I'm going to open up my Google Classroom. And you can see I've got a test class here. It's called Final Test Nutty Neato. And I'm going to click on that and see that I have a new assignment called Lab Check 1. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, and so I'm going to go look at my classwork, and I'm going to do the assignment. So this is how it looks from your perspective. So I'm going to click on that, and I want to view the assignment. And so here's my work. So for this assignment, what I want you to do is I want you to send me that picture. So this place over here where it says your work, I'm going to say add or create. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to get a file. And the file is from my desktop. So I'm going to say upload, and I'm going to browse, and this is going to allow me to see my desktop. And I called it Lab Check 1. There it is. So I'm going to click on that and say open. So that's going to go put that picture I just took as a submission to me. Okay, and then, and very important, in the private comments, I'm going to write Lab 002. In other words, that's the lab that I submitted that's the lab I'm on. And this shows me the output from it. Okay, and then I'm good. Okay, so you're going to click, you're going to post that comment from you. And I'm also going to turn in, and as you can see, I'm using Professor Andrew's account. He's letting me use it to test. And then I'm going to press turn in, and I'm going to say turn in. And it says there will be one attachment, and that's the JPEG image. And there you go. And then we're done. And then on my side, I can see your picture, and I can also see that you're you're working on, or you finished Lab 002. All right, so those are all the steps. Yeah, And you're going to be doing that a lot. So good luck with that. And if you have any confusion on that, talk to your group leader, because they have done this many, many times, and they'll be able to help you out. Have a good day.